Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Nurse Sade and I am a senior health informaticist, and today I will be giving you a quick summary about my career path, how I've the path I've followed to kind of actually made it to where I am today. But more importantly, I will be emphasizing on what really happened and what happened that made me say, you know what, there has to be another way and there has to be options. So before I continue, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification button so you can see when we have new videos. So I will be providing you some detailed information about my career, and also more importantly, I will be giving you a lot of providing information about all the possible career options you have out there as nurses and in the nursing field. But also, as time goes on, we may have to divert into some of the other healthcare profession. But for now, we are going to focus on my fabulous nurses and see what your options are out there. So here's a bit about my experience in the nursing field and my background. So I've been a nurse for more than 12 years. I know, 12 years. I feel old when each time I remember. It's really been that that long. But the first 4 to 5 years were spent at the bedside, pretty much doing the typical nursing tasks, taking care of patients. I had my fair share. I started at night and on a night shift, and I was never got lucky to get to start doing day shift, but that's a story for another day. But I knew about 2 years into it that definitely that I have to find other ways. So during the course of the time at the bedside, I worked in so many different specialty. I started in med surg, then I did tele, I did neuro. At some point, I also got into post-op units and things like that. And I knew nursing was definitely my calling. However, few years into it, I started noticing the toll it was taking on my body physically, and also there was a lot of emotional toll and emotional baggage. And during the time at the bedside, I found myself taking home a lot of emotional baggages, the crying after my shift, the crying after a loss, the crying after a patient is not progressing as well, because I was getting attached to some of them, and I just started seeing some of them as, this could have been my family member, this could have been my loved ones. So there was no way for me to really shut down the noise when I left the hospital. But there were two things that really happened that made me really push, that said, you know what, I have to find a way to make an impact, but also be able to have a good work-life balance and just pretty much make an impact, but at the same time, not at the detriment of my own health, whether physically or mentally or emotionally. So the two major things that happened, first, one of them was the same month I got pregnant with my first child. I received a call that my grandmother had stroke, and she is the most important person to me. Like, I love her dearly. She raised me. She was like my everything. And when I discovered that she had a stroke, I was going through that emotion of I couldn't help her. I couldn't prevent it. I couldn't, I felt bad. Like, I was feeling guilty. And that same month, my med surg unit got turned into a stroke unit. So I just felt so guilty and so helpless that, yeah, I am, there's all this stroke patient, and then it just happened to one of my own people, like my dear grandmother. So that had a toll on me for months. This was a person that was supposed to eventually come to the US and help me take care of my baby when I finally delivered, and that dream just got shot and dead right there. And the second was later, after I had my son and I went back to work. This was back then in New Jersey, you had the option to stay home for like a year post, for maternity leave. So I stayed home for 6 months, and during the same time, I had already went back to school. I was doing my master's. I went back working full time, and I had a baby that need me. And Then I felt like my safety was now at risk. I will be so tired that on my way back, driving back from work, my work job was about 45 minutes away from home. So I'll be so tired, like I'll be falling asleep on the steering wheel. We did had a caretaker for the baby, but I was so attached to my baby that I didn't want to leave him as long as I wasn't at work or I wasn't at school and my husband wasn't home to take care of him. I was not leaving my child with anybody. So even though we had a caretaker that get paid to take care of him so I can go home and sleep, no, this mommy will go and pick up the baby instead of going home to sleep, and then I will not take him home, and then I'm looking after him during the day, and at night I have to go back to work, and I'm just exhausted. So hence why I started falling asleep while I was driving. So my husband was like, you know what, you need to quit this job and you need to like find something else. But I was already slowly getting towards my master's. So that was how I had to leave the bedside. And luckily enough, I got a call. I really didn't apply for the job. Someone just saw my resume online and they were like, you know what, would you like to be an infection preventionist slash assistant director of nursing? So I'm like, you know what, sure, 8 to 5, no weekend, no holidays. Seems like God is answering my prayer, and God probably saw what I was going through, that I needed a change. So I jumped on it. I mean, it didn't pay as much as I was making at a hospital, but it was time for a change. And that's some of the things we'll discuss later, that some profession, you just like some specialty, you just have to like weigh your options. Do I want the money, or do I really want like a good work-life balance? And sometimes you will eventually get enough experience in that specialty that you will be able to make the money and also be able to have the work-life balance. But like I said, those were like the two major things that really happened for me, why I said, I just had to I had to get out of the bedside. Nursing is a calling. Nursing is a calling, but I believe as a nurse, if you can become a nurse, really, you can become anything, like anything. And I do believe in life, change is the only constant thing. So I am excited to be able to inspire someone while you watch my YouTube channel about looking into the unconventional nursing specialty, the unconventional nursing profession that will actually make you feel like, you know what, I'm still making an impact, into the human race, but also I feel like, I can actually still be there for my family, for my kids, and still live the dream. So that's why this is what this channel is about. So just to give you an idea of some of the specialty we're going to be discussing in the upcoming weeks and month, and I will try my best to have at least one video uploaded for you once a week, as much as possible. I'm a very busy mom, but eventually I'll tell you some of the other things that I do on the side. So but some of the things you can expect is we'll be discussing some of the specialty I have so far that I'm looking into is case management, utilization review, utilization management, CRNA, NPs, and NPs have like different type of specialty. So we'll probably break it down into the different type of nurse practitioners we have out there. So you can drill down to the one that you think is the best for you. And of course, we'll be talking about my specialty, the best. I know I'm a little bit biased. I think it's like one of the best career path in the healthcare, health informatics. And it's like a lot of people don't know about it, but I just love it. So I'm gonna wrap it up over here, but just please like, share, and subscribe. And please do not forget to turn on the notification button, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all, and have a fantastic week ahead. And also please comment below some of your experiences, all right? Thank you. Bye-bye.